Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
It's the After the Show podcast versus show.
We don't care, we're about to swear on the air. It's the After the Show, so tune in if you dare. KVJ, get your skate every single day. It's uncensored. We can say what we want to say.
Hola, ¿cómo está?
Estoy bien, gracias.
Look at you, huh? Impressed you're doing that Spanish thing.
Yeah, no, I had a real strong showing today.
Well, Virginia threw some curveballs at you. Those are tough.
I mean, she didn't even make it.
No.
She didn't even hide the fact that you were totally just trying to fuck me.
Yeah. That was a hack job right there.
Oh, it was such a hack job.
I don't
Yeah.
know what you're talking about. I think it was luck of the draw.
Well,
I was
mean-
randomly drawing the word.
I mean, you could tell it wasn't going to go my way, but just by her bad acting. What's
Wow,
this?
what could this be?
I'm not trying to make it harder, Cal.
Yeah. What?
That's what I knew. I was screwed.
Yeah.
Bad acting.
Yeah, my dealings, like, for instance, I had not come across the word chabra yet, which was goat. And what I thought was interesting is I kind of learned something in that. Chupacabra, which you said would be like, I know chupacabra,
Yeah.
but you were kind of half right. Because it is goat sucker is what it is. The chupa is the sucker part, and then the cabra is the goat part. So chupacabra is what that is, goat sucker.
That is one of those species I do think could possibly exist out there for real, is the chupacabra. Only because they've got some really crazy, unexplained stuff going on out there in Texas.
Yeah, and they've kind of found some creatures that look like that. Either it's a weird kind of mangy dog or it's just a species you don't see very often. but
Exactly.
yeah, that has at least, it's either a disease that certain wolves or canines or what coyotes might get. Or
I believe that quicker than I would believe like the Jersey Devil, maybe.
yes, or a unicorn.
Or a unicorn. Virginia used to spread that rumor that I really believe in unicorns, which I did not.
Yeah, that's
I thought
higher
it
up.
went, your favorite is Bigfoot, then aliens, then unicorns.
So I think out of everything, the thing that's the easiest in my head, it's a no-brainer that exists is aliens. To me, I think
So aliens rank above Bigfoot.
for existence, where I think it's a slam dunk, totally exists. Yeah, aliens. I feel like aliens are.
So if you had to rank them,
Aliens, then Sasquatch. Honestly, aliens, probably Loch Ness Monster, because I think the Loch Ness Monster is nothing but more than a prehistoric sea serpent that goes underground to places we can't get to, and it comes out whenever it wants to. I mean, those existed. We know those existed. Sea serpents from back in the day. Why could it not be that? They still find creatures today that are old as fuck from back in the day. I mean, it's rare, but it happens.
So
Yeah.
it goes alien, Loch Ness, Bigfoot.
I'm not, no, because I sense a snore coming out because I'm so excited talking about
I'm into
shit.
this. You can snore away.
And I'm enjoying myself and I feel at peace, so I know something's about to go wrong.
Yeah. Things are going too right.
I'm backing out of this conversation.
Do unicorns rank?
Before you try to snore, I will say this. There's more people that tell me or email me that believe mermaids are real or some type of sea creature.
Yeah,
where,
you guys are doing that on the weird and whatever.
yeah,
I think. Yeah.
and some person that was almost in their 80s had a story about that, a real encounter that they had.
Well, there were lots of accounts of seamen who believed that they saw the mermaids.
Dude, but do you think they were just horny and they just wanted to see what they wanted to see?
I think when you're out at sea and you're going through the
Scurvy.
Yeah, mind-wrecking diseases.
and you're a little tired and you're beat down by the sea and you've got sun, water, and there could be all kinds of crazy
It's
illusions.
been a while since you touched a titty.
Well, they
Yeah.
said, too, I watched
Yeah.
this one show on Discovery where these people got lost out at sea and they were on a rowboat or some kind of boat that stalled out. And they knew they were not supposed to drink the salt water. They knew if they did, they were going to dry out. And they said after a while, because they didn't have any water, the mania set in, and they started drinking. The one guy started drinking the salt water, and he fucking died quickly.
Jeez.
Yeah, but he knew he shouldn't have done it, and it still overtook him. He's like, I need fucking water.
Yeah, well, you get beat down in a certain way. It's crazy.
Yeah, I could see that happening to somebody.
Absolutely.
I remember when I was a little bit heavier, I had the worst heat stroke filming something for the show, and Denny's runs over because I couldn't even move. He gives me the hottest, thickest fruit punch I've ever had, and it was like fat-free. It was a fat-free fruit punch. Denny's, what the shit is this? I ended up running into a lake, and I was about to start drinking it. And I know you're not supposed to drink lake water, but I was so out of it with my mind and the heat, I about drank lake water.
Do you think Jaybird would be the first, like if we were in a tough situation, is he the first one to snap and go into mania?
Definitely.
That's why I'm the last to survive, because you think that. I'd be
Would we know the difference?
Mania's already knocking on the door. He just has to let it in.
It depends the situation. It depends the scenario. There's some scenarios she would fall apart. There's some I would fall apart. There's some where maybe even Ralston falls apart.
I've been mesmerized because I've been listening to the podcast on World War I, and that movie 1917 is doing very well. But it sounds like the worst setup ever. Like, you couldn't even imagine. It's rain, it's blood, guts, people getting shelled all over the place. They were talking about these guys. They've been up for, I think, 5 or 12 days straight, and they were feeding them speed to keep them going.
Oh, my God.
And their mindset is just, and shells are going off all over you, and your buddies are getting blown up, and you're in bits, and it's just, and people are just shitting all over the place, and you're just, in this whole soupy mess of shit, blood, guts, hands, arms, boom, bombs, death, all this kind of stuff going on.
The worst.
Yes, and they were talking about the judgment that was happening with some of these people, and it's hard to really hold some of them truly accountable for the horrific actions they had, considering they had not been fed, they had not slept, and the only thing they have consumed is the speed they were giving them to keep them fighting. And you're like, okay, maybe you get a pass when you're doing these horrific war crimes.
They kind of
and by the way, I forgot poison gas.
Oh, my gosh.
They go through the same thing in that Vietnam documentary, talking about how it was such grueling circumstances, and when some of these soldiers came back, they were judged harshly by a lot of people. They were called baby killers, and they were called and some of that went down, but not from everybody. That would be trying to say everybody was acting in this one terrible way, and that wasn't true.
Well, they say that just after the human has gone through certain things, you just can't assimilate back into normal society.
You're snap.
You're just done. You've seen things. You've done things. You talk about CTE and the Aaron Hernandez stories and things like that I think we're starting to understand mental health a little bit more. But considering the conditions and what you have to do to be able to do what they were doing, you click a different switch in the mind that you can't turn off.
Right.
Once it's on, and life will never, ever be the same to you. And they were telling just one story. There was this guy, he was down in one of these pits and all this kind of crap is going on. And there's this poor kid that's right next to him. And the kid had been wounded and his arm was just almost off. And so here he is. He's trying to bandage this kid's wound. All of a sudden, boom, some poison like sarin gas comes into there. And he's like, and he's choking. He's trying to help this kid. He goes to reach for his gas mask because he's about to die. And he realizes a metal shard has pierced through his gas mask. And he's trying to deal with it. He's like, oh my gosh, my gas mask is broken. It's not going to work. And he sees the kid that he's bandaging up. Somehow that kid took his one good arm and put his mask on him. And he's like, oh, I can't. And so he takes that kid's mask off and puts the mask on him and holds the kid's one good arm down and watches him suffocate. And his eyes start bulging out of his head. And he's like, and then you just got to go about your day. Could you imagine you do that and then, okay, hey, welcome to Walmart.
Well, think about that. You live that kind of life for a while and you go through all of that. And then you come back and someone's complaining about some bullshit that you cannot even fucking imagine. Then they're acting like they have a hard day.
Someone's mad that all you have is spicy pork cracklins. Where's the regular pork cracklins?
And you're probably listening
You're
to...
like, what?
You're listening to that shit.
You're yelling about pork cracklins?
You're going, you have no fucking clue or perspective on shit.
Yeah, so when you've been pushed to the edge of human decency and just things that you can't even in your worst nightmare draw up, and this is your reality, And they were saying they weren't even rotating troops out towards the end of World War I because they didn't have anybody to rotate them out with. So you just couldn't leave it. You were just stuck in it for like years. This is your daily hell and reality of what you're going through. They were talking about one day, this one battle, 78,000 people died. And so here it is. It's like, okay, yeah, where do we go? And so that's why I was just saying the other day that, it's been a good 70 years since we've gone through something of that. So there's nobody really of our generation, of our age, that has witnessed what, our grandparents or great-grandparents went through.
Vietnam War, they witnessed some really...
Yeah, there was some messed up stuff there.
Oh,
but you think about that age, and they're, that's my dad's age, and they're almost to the end. You can see why we're all turning into snowflakes.
I mean, any war, I think anybody goes through,
Yeah.
it's going to be, to them, it's going to be the worst thing ever
Yeah.
from their perspective.
Yeah, it's
Well,
crazy stuff.
But imagine going through something like that and trying to keep it together
No.
and keep your wits about.
Because you can't forget everything you went through. You probably, as soon as you close your eyes to lay down, you see it all again.
Oh, yeah, that's it. That's why. Yeah, it's terrible that you'd have to come back from Vietnam and then you have to take a ration of shit on top of it.
There was a lot. If you have about, I don't know, a day and a half to watch that, Kev, I highly recommend it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll put it on the list. I do have it on my little queue list.
Ken Burns, that cat does not know how to do a shitty documentary. He could honestly do something on sewing. But yeah, this is fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's crazy stuff.
Nothing against the sewing community, of course.
Rock your mind. Well, this is something to open your eyes a little bit. Save this for the after the show. It's what the sixth graders are doing on TikTok. She said, okay, guys, am I being too sensitive here? I logged onto my 11-year-old son's TikTok account to check up on him, and I found out the trend among his sixth grade friends is the Beat That Bitch challenge. Please excuse the language, but here's the words that go along with the challenge. Man, I'll be damned if that girl don't suck my dick. Kids rub their crotch. Beat that bitch if she don't suck dick. Kids act as though they are beating someone on the ground. Kick that bitch if she don't suck dick. Kids then act as though they are kicking someone on the ground. She provided a link, too, that shows a compilation of the challenge. Is it just me, or is this insane? My son's 11-year-old friends are doing this.
What?
I tried to Google Beat That Bitch challenge to see if any of the parents are talking about this, and no one is. Should this song even be allowed on TikTok? Sorry, but I feel like I'm losing my mind here. I guess I'm getting old, but I can't get over the fact that this is a thing. Yeah, if my 11-year-old son, same age, if he were participating in this, yes, his phone would be gone.
He would be in big trouble.
We'd be doing the viral challenge, Beat That Kid.
My mom would fuck my shit up if she got me
That's
doing
unbelievable.
some bullshit like that.
Yeah, you can't,
And then
no way.
And then it goes out
can you ever,
publicly and people can see it.
yeah, in no
Yeah.
way can you ever justify that with anything.
Yeah, any young boys that get involved in doing that is such a disrespectful, insulting thing. Like, you got to call that out.
Well, I mean, and good luck when that gets dug up 5 years from now.
Oh, my
It's
God.
going to be nothing but bullshit for you.
Yeah.
I mean, if I caught that, if I did, I would go so 1975 on my kid.
You
Old
have
school,
to.
Old school.
You have to.
I mean, you take everything away from the kid. The TikTok, you put on a restriction, right?
Yeah, you have to. You have to send a message.
But this is the crazy stuff because for me, I just can't. My wife sits there nonstop watching TikTok, and she's like, "Oh, look at this." I'm like, I don't get any of this. Like, it just doesn't. There's nothing about it that has done anything for me. A lot of it's like synchronized dancing videos. Is a whole bunch of it.
To me, it's the same shit that's been around for. I've seen
Yeah.
this before in a different version. That's why when people started losing their shit over Facebook. Go, guys, MySpace is kind of like the same. Granted, Facebook ended up being better, but MySpace was the same concept. You interacted with people on social media, people posted shit. So when Facebook came out, everyone's like, this is the best thing ever. It's kind of the same. It's all been done, baby.
Somebody in the chat room, Grant said she needs to beat her kid and then post that to his friends. There's your viral video.
Here's your TikTok.
Yeah. Let's reintroduce these soft 11-year-olds to what a good spanking's all about. Here's your TikTok video.
I'm not opposed to that idea.
Yeah. That's what it is. Yeah, that's when you bring back that paddle.
I'm going to ask Mags today. Does she know about this Beat That Bitch videos?
I'll keep a look on it, but yeah,
If I ever,
yeah.
I mean, if anybody, if she participated in that, you said there's girls participating in it.
Apparently that's what's going on. Yeah, and that's There's
You immediately unfriend and never speak to anybody in your circle that does that.
absolutely, yeah. We would have a serious come to Jesus meeting, but that's just part of the challenge. They come up with all these new little things, and as parents, you're just like, okay, how do I get TikTok? How do I figure out? Like, there are times I come in, he's watching something, and I come up, and he's, trying to change the screen. I'm like, all right, what do you want? What was going on?
Let me
there?
see.
Yeah, he's like, oh, nothing. I was just watching. And then something pulls up, and it looks like completely innocent. I'm like, why were you like, oh, I just
So what's he watching?
fuck if I know.
TikTok moves fast.
I have no idea.
You can swipe up and then it's gone.
So he's watching some bullshit on TikTok.
Yeah, but I don't even know how to go to find whatever it was. What was that? What are you looking at there?
I mean, he's at the age that is the age where you start getting a little bit more crude and you're starting to swear. You're hearing swear words as a kid. I mean, it was 12, and these kids were smoking walking to school. And
My gosh.
I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe they're smoking. I mean, I'm over here playing with G.I. Joes, and these kids are, smoking and screwing.
Yeah. Okay, so Virginia, we've seen some of the things that Rocco has posted up. If he ever did this at 11, what happens to Rocco?
All of his stuff gets taken away.
For a day.
No, for a lot longer. That's ridiculous. That is so deeply disrespectful.
But my whole thing with taking the stuff away, I mean, if a kid is going to get punished, it's also, I think, the kid gets the technology taken away. The kid doesn't get to go see the friends.
They're grounded.
It's like jail. When I was grounded, it sucked, man. It sucked, and I felt bad about what I did. I had to think about some shit. I feel like restriction these days is, I'll take away your iPhone, and you can still, I don't know, dick around on YouTube. I think it's got to be
no, we take everything.
balls to the wall.
You got to take not only the iPhone, the iPad, you got to also take away the video games, and you got to take away the TV.
I'm cool with them writing and making a story up or creating or drawing. If that instead of that, if you're under restriction, you want to color or draw or write me a story. Let's get creative while you're punished.
Yeah, and as far as what the TikTok is just, it's an app that is out there. It's a social media platform. It's just like your Instagrams and your Twitters and your Facebook. It's mainly for younger demos, but it's really quick videos. They're like maybe 8 seconds, and then but a lot of synchronized dance stuff. And so younger kids are into it. So that's why for a lot of adults, they're like, wait, what is TikTok? I don't even know what it is. So to even know that, 6th graders are on there doing this,
you can
beat
go
that bitch
on there.
video.
You can go on there and browse. You don't have to make videos. You can go on there and just look at stuff if you want to see what it is and what it's all about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. Okay, let me see here. We got anonymous person letting us know the worst thing that they've done at work. We talked about this the other day.
Anonymous.
Love you guys so much. So I hope I am the next when I tell you the worst thing I'm in the nest when I tell you the worst thing I've done at work. Of course, in the 3 years I worked for my company, I had sex with the owner of the company, my general manager, and another coworker.
Wow.
So that's job security. All at different times and different time frames, and no one knew, nor did they know about each other.
Wow.
I was also having a friends with benefits with a guy that worked at another company on the same street that everybody from my company knew. I was doing it to get, I wasn't doing it to get anything out of anybody. I was just having a really hard time in my life. My husband of 10 years had just left me, and I kind of went apeshit. Every single one of them gave me what I needed at the time, which was love and attention. To this day, nobody knows about one another, and I still have to sit in an office with 2 of them. Sometimes when I'm sitting in a meeting with everybody, I think I had sex with 2 out of the 5 people in this room. Oh, my God. Please, again, don't judge. Love you guys.
I'm not judging you.
Yeah.
Good for you. Sometimes you go through a crazy phase.
People go through weird, man, being a human's weird, and sometimes you just do weird shit and you don't even know why you're doing it. I'm not judging you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I don't see that being anything that you would say anything about.
I mean, you did it right, though. The CEO and what did she say? Like every boss?
Yeah.
The general manager, the CEO. Like,
Did you ever go through a phase before you were married where you kind of were a little bit looser, Kev?
I think probably everybody has that period where they throw it around a little bit. It just depends upon, what point in your life it happened?
Sure.
Yeah, I think we probably all do that, and you probably have pockets of it too. And yeah, there are some times where you do get another chance at freedom, and you're like, freedom, and you go crazy.
I have seen it happen to so many people I know who get divorced. They go on a 6-month to about a year run where, I mean, they're on their Rumspringa. Not everybody, but a lot.
Yeah.
Here's Andrea kind of going through that. She said, I just ended a 12-year relationship. Help. So I broke up with my boyfriend of 12 years about a month ago. Wasn't just one thing that made me end it. It was a combination of lots of things done to each other over 12 years, plus the fact that he could never commit to me and propose and want to move forward with having babies. I'm going to be 34 in March, and I couldn't keep waiting. Something broke inside me. The mechanism that allowed me to sacrifice everything for him, to want to cook and clean for him, etc., it just broke. And I chose my own happiness above his for once. I've never been happier and obviously still sad and grieving the loss of our 12-year relationship, but I'm excitedly moving forward. I think it's good she can compartmentalize that and realize that you can grieve over the length of time at a relationship, but it's not necessarily grieving over the person.
Sure. Yeah.
And I think too often we stay in long situations confused that we think that sense of loss will be for them, and it's not. It's usually just for the companionship. But sometimes when you realize that companionship sucks, it's better off to get out there and have a period of uncertainty and loneliness to find somebody that's much better than to stay in another 12 years of misery.
Absolutely.
She said, I've been on 2 dates and both had more passionate intimacy than I had in 12 years. See, it's already better. But now that you have some background, this is why I need your help. I've always considered myself bisexual, and I hooked up with 2 girls in college before dating my ex. And now that I'm single, I really want to explore that side of me, but I don't know how to go about it. I don't want to be disrespectful to the LGBTQ community by saying I want to try being with girls again. I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it, but I was hoping that maybe your audience would have some advice. I've included pictures just in case. So she's just kind of curious how you get into it. Is there a place to go other than just the standard gay bar, hanging out in gay places?
There's a lot of dating sites out there.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I wouldn't put so much pressure on everything. Just meet people, meet friends first and see where it goes.
Yeah, and every year I have so much fun at Pride Fest. Pride Fest is coming up March 28th and 29th.
Yeah.
So much fun. So many people like connecting with old friends, making new friends.
But don't put so much pressure on yourself. Let it happen. Go meet some people. If you know what you're attracted to right now, follow your heart. See where it goes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's probably your best thing if you're wanting to go specific on that and try that. Apps.
I'm just saying,
places.
don't put so much pressure on yourself. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, absolutely. I think she wants to jump in it, though.
Oh, I mean, that's
You're ready to get froggy.
I know she wants to put pressure on something. I get that.
Yeah. Pressure applied. Karen from Pembroke Pines is going to be coming out to the Super Clematis by Night on Thursday. But she is coming from Pembroke Pines, and she's never ventured to Clematis before in downtown West Palm Beach. Any advice for me on parking? I have to go immediately after picking the kids up from school, so we're not going to be in the area until around 5 p.m. I don't like the idea of Brightline because we're going to be leaving so late, and I will be alone with my kids. I feel safer having my own car. Yeah, some people like that, and there is still some convenience with it, and you will probably ultimately shave off a little bit of time realistically by having your own car. But I will tell you, that still is a big knock for me on downtown West Palm, is they've got to fix the parking situation. We went to a meter the other day when we were going to the Race for the Cure. That's where we parked on Clematis at a meter, and my wife put it in the app, and then it didn't recognize it, and then it only gave us 20 minutes, and then we had to try to cancel that out and try to redo it. And it took us probably a good 7-8 minutes when I was trying to get there kind of quickly to get this dysfunctional app and meter to work right. And like, this is just a pain in the ass. The system they have is not good. And I bitched to no end about when I got a ticket and, I didn't deserve one. I still had 20 minutes left on my meter and the guy gave me a ticket. And it's just every time we go down there to park, it is a hassle.
I would suggest maybe going in the garage. There's one
That'd be
there
it.
on Ivernia.
Yeah, my wife has a hang up about parking in garages. She wants to park at the meter. I'm like, you're driving me crazy. But yeah, the garages aren't too bad.
The meters are quicker. I get it. You can get in and out faster. The garages are hassly, but you can use your card on the way out, and it's just, to me, a lot easier.
Yeah, so what you would want to do if you were telling somebody how to get there, probably the most convenient way, if you're coming from Pembroke Pines, you're going to be on I-95, I would assume.
Yeah.
If you do take the turnpike, if that would be easier for you, either way, you're going to wind up on Okeechobee Boulevard. And then you're going to take that east is where you want to go. And then just take that to Olive and then go north on Olive, taking a left.
Yeah, that parking garage that I'm talking about is on the corner of Olive and Ivernia, and it's pretty big. Mm-hmm. So if you get there early enough, you should be fine. It shouldn't be filled up yet.
Yeah, so that should probably be your best move. Okay. All right, anything else that you ever want to know, you can hit us up, mail@kvjshow.com, mail @kvjshow.com.
Do we have a meeting today? A big meeting about some shit?
I don't know. I don't. Do you?
No, I don't think so.
Thank God. All right, cool. Just make it okay.
I got to bring Mags to the dentist. If you want that, you can take that meeting.
What dentist does she go to?
She goes in gardens.
They see adults?
I think it's just kids, but I'm
a kid at heart, damn it.
They on the door it says special children too, so they deal with special needs, special phobias. If you're special scared.
Really?
Do you have fear of the dentist?
I do not. The dentist does not scare me.
Really?
Yeah, I like it because I know I'm getting my teeth clean. I get excited about it, and I've even had them stick needles in me. It doesn't, for whatever reason, that doesn't scare me so much. The regular doctor, I don't like that one. Always afraid they're gonna be like, "Yep, you're dying."
And it's butt. We got to do some kind of butt check.
I mean, butt, peen, eyeballs, all of it. It's all fucked.
You do the yearly physical kind of thing and all that?
I think I'm at a year, 10 months. I'm like in that. I have to go ASAP. But I don't know if I want to go to Virginia's doctor anymore.
Why?
Because she's so damn far. It's such a long drive back.
All right. I mean, it's worth it, though, to go to a good doctor.
The only thing that's worth it is I get pizza places I normally don't go. And that's kind of my, I'm like, all right, I'll stay. I may stay with it another year.
Just for that, huh?
Yeah.
She's a great doctor.
Oh, she's a great doctor.
If you go to somebody else that's new, you're going to have to tell them everything all over again.
I know. How many times do you go to the doctor, Kev?
I go every year.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I go once a year and just kind of do that, and that's it.
All right. Well, you look healthy.
Thank you. I feel healthy. But I don't know. Would you consider yourself to be healthy? Would you put yourself in that category of healthy?
I think overall, yes. I think I'm lucky. I have good genes. And if I maybe didn't drink so much, I'd probably be a lot healthier.
Yeah, I go through bouts where I'm a lot healthier than normal, and other times I just came out of a better, kind of a good health run, and then I really just said, fuck all that, and let's get real unhealthy real quick.
A lot of it, too, is what you eat, what you drink.
Yeah.
You can control some of it.
Yeah, I mean, right now, I am kind of trying to stay off the sweets. When I stay off the sweets, I notice that I don't gain nearly as much weight. That is the one thing that puts weight on me very quick, is the cakes and the donuts and the cookies. Fucking pound cake. Oh. Man, I love a pound cake.
We know.
You know what I've been eating? That's what put a lot of weight on me was sweet potato pie. Patti LaBelle.
You went to Walmart and got it?
Oh, I've been eating it. I've been all Christmas break, up until about Jan 14. I've been eating sweet potato pie.
Did you put it in the oven and warm it up a little bit like I told you?
Shit, yeah. That's why I've been eating so many of them. And I was getting the small ones. They make a go large style.
Oh, yeah, there's a family pie.
It's like 9 million calories.
Patti LaBelle knows how to make a pie.
When I eat that kind of shit, I mean, it's just I can hear it going on my body.
You do the ice cream thing at all?
I've been in a real tough bout with ice cream.
Does it sound good to you? The Cinnamon Toast Crunch ice cream?
Yes.
And coming to stores?
I've been seeing the
saw
pictures.
that? Yeah.
People have been sending them to me. I have been thinking about it. I'm a CTC fan.
Yeah. It's going to be good.
The milk, they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
It's an exciting time for ice cream.
Yeah, they're doing a lot of different flavors. Every time I turn around, they got something new.
It's an exciting time for sweets. It is.
There's always some new stuff that looks amazing. It's hard. If you are watching sweets and watching carbs, you can't go in the middle of the grocery store.
It's the ones that get me too are the butthole donuts. I love. I never can think of it. What are they called?
Chocolate starfish?
No, it's the they
Rectum donut?
No,
Cake donut.
It's got the little it looks like a butthole.
Again, that's why he likes it, Virginia.
You are what you eat.
Crowlers. The Crowlers. Crawlers.
Crowlers? Yeah, okay, I know what you're talking about.
They look kind of like buttholes.
They do. That is the butthole donut.
The little munchkins, those are good.
Rocco loves a munchkin.
Animans does good stuff as well.
He's got a laundry list. You hungry?
Furthermore,
I am hungry.
I was gonna say.
You know why I'm hungry, and I'm going through, as I know that a snack death is about to happen. I'm about to go through another run where I get healthy again. It always happens in February for me.
Yeah.
And I know that I have to face it.
come with me to quick weight loss.
No, I got to do it on my own. I know how to do it. I know how to do my whole thing, and it's weird.
You got a thing.
I have a whole thing to get me to where I need to be.
No butthole donuts.
You swing from one end completely to the other.
I really
and
do.
radically.
Very extreme, just like my mother. Just like my mom, man. Gosh, I got so much of her personality.
They said that 71% of Americans say their overall health is good or excellent. 71%. So a majority of us believe that. Now, how many Americans' health is really good or excellent? That's another question.
Right. How many are just hopeful?
But a lot of us really believe. I mean, you go around. Just go outside today and walk and think of 71% of the people you see are saying that they are healthy and excellent, good to excellent health. And you're like going,
I mean, what do you do if you go to the doctor and you just say, look, I want it all checked out. I want to get tested for cancer.
Start with the butt.
With everything. I mean, because when I had to donate my kidney, I had to do that iodine thing where you do feel it in your butthole and in your penis. And they tell you that, too. They go...
And that's what he loved about it.
No, it was not a fun experience. They put you in this tube kind of a thing, and then they put this iodine in your blood or through your system, and you can feel a very odd sensation in your private parts and in your butt. And it's weird, but you get back all of what the shit's wrong with you, if anything's wrong with you. Do they do that at the doctor?
So that's all specialty testing that you have to have like a reason to go and get that done. Your doctor can order it.
But then you have to go to 9 different doctors.
Yeah, then you got to go to a different place.
This is a one and done, baby. No one offers a one and done?
I'm sure they do, but you're going to pay for it. I don't think some of that fancy testing is covered by insurance.
Cancer testing isn't?
They can do all that testing now where they test like your genes and they test to see what you're predisposed to get.
Because that was the cool thing. After getting that test, you're like, oh, I have a chart on friggin' almost anything that could have gone wrong with me.
It's fascinating.
I didn't mean to shut the room down with that. Guy talks about a little iodine in the butthole, and man, really shuts down the room.
Just don't put iodine in the butthole.
I don't have a lot to say about iodine in the butthole. I have nothing to offer on this conversation.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hijack the podcast with the iodine butthole.
Yeah, got nothing to add, thankfully. All right, thank y'all for locking in today. Appreciate it. Y'all be good. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Goodbye.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.